Greetings everyone, here is Lodric and this is a game War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is scenario 1 on the new map 27 beta. And for me it is the Empire of Japan. KilRoy choose allies. And still scenario 1 with the bonus from KilRoy that he have the working US torpedoes at the start of the war already. My campaign, there was just the President Jackson, a good AP, but my submarine failed. Pity. Well, let's see. So I cannot find the AP, but I hit the tanker. Yeah, it's only a small tanker. And APs are more important to kill because it simply limited the troop movement for the allies. Night bombardments out of Batavia, Dutch bombers, and I have here some zeros, but yeah, it's very hard for the Japanese to intercept night bombardment. And normally I can better count on my flag. At least against this Dutch light bombers, medium bombers, it's maybe possible to use the zeros. If there's B-17s coming, I think it's impossible. So I cannot intercept them. But most of these bombardments at night have very low efficiency. No hits. No direct hits. Maybe they still creating morale damage or something, but I already took Palmbang, so I would not really care too much. And here is maybe one Belenheim gets killed, and it's not killed by flak, so it's killed by a zero fighter. Okay, at least one bomber I can intercept. So, no other sub-activity. And maybe also no... Okay. One more sub-hunting at Hawaii. And again, no hit on both sides. Try again. Fail again. Oh no! American Mark 14 torpedo hit. But again, because here are the Mark 14s now working. So 2 torpedo hits, this cargo ship will go down for sure. Yeah, can happen. No revanche, this is Pago Pago. Here's a tanker, but I make a sub-attack, but I don't know why I don't attack the tanker. If I make already attack, I would normally try to hit the tanker. Anyway, and again, nothing happens. I consume here the torpedoes, that for sure, but I also keep KilRoy's destroyers busy, so he cannot use them for escort more far away. At least this is a tactic behind this. So Canton is closed. Manila also looks like no takeoff, weather issues. But there's still other airports can operate and create some damage. My campaign in Philippines is Luzon and Mindanao. Normally both are all finished, so north and south is conquered. The central Philippine islands are still to take. Malaya I took, but not Singapore. but I had already the Battle of Palmbang successful. So far I would say, and in China it's also going forward. Nothing crazy, no super blitz rush, but steadily progress and light losses on my side. I still try with at least scenario 1 to keep my losses in, at the minimum if it's possible. Of course, I had here already 4 robots lost against mines, and I think 4 or 5 of my fleet destroyers getting killed by different activities. But this is hard to avoid. This is often also related how the allied players working. But at the land side, at least, and in the air battles, I try to avoid unnecessary losses. So here's now a heavy escorted airstrike against Rangoon, and I already had many battles over the skies and destroyed many buffaloes. This one last buffalo is also not more active. KilRoy holding his flying tigers back. Maybe he's training. I don't know. Maybe he's focused for something else. I don't know. Yeah. And one hit on myself. Yeah. So I think the second battle of Wenchao, I'm not more sure. Or maybe it's the first battle of Wenchao. So the 100th the Chinese corps is already once beaten, and the 88th Chinese corps was also not more in good shape. So I can take Wenchao and force the Chinese back. Light disabled losses on my side. Not a total destroyed Chinese army, but again, once you lose, it's hard to create a next point of defense if you don't have reinforcements. So this Chinese corps is also already 3 times beaten and now retreating again. So there's normally nothing more to fight. They are now really broken. And I finally catch up with this Burma detachment unit, and I can force them to surrender. This brigade is now not more. They're trying to escape, still in move mode, but I was simply faster. But there was also only one fighting squad left in the little supply. So it was already heavily damaged by air strikes and other stuff. And now I can also see that finally Mindanao is completely secured. There's really nothing more left. The last base for. So, no big change on the map. The land battles are all small, but again, every battle is a small success for Japan. But also, no losses for the allies you can really avoid. So, it's only a question of time how long you can hold the Philippines and how long you can maybe hold Wenchao. Good. Air losses was slight on both sides, nothing too important. So I killed one Dutch twin engine bomber and one Buffalo in air-to-air battle in one Blenheim maybe, looks like. And for me it is 2 Key 21 ops losses in China. Yeah. Can happen. So one of my pilots gets wounded and the other one gets killed. And ship sunk. There was no sinking sound today. Oh no, I sunk one cargo ship. Yes, one tanker. So a standard. Normally you can say it's a small tanker, but medium tanker maybe. For a US is for maybe a small one. And I lost a good cargo ship. But yeah, this can happen sometimes. No big change on the map. Wenchao is now under Japanese control and no damage to the base. This is most important. So resources 100%, industry and light industry. So I get here a lot of additional free supplies now in China. At least to feed maybe this army group, the Shanghai army. And here in the north, my Mongolian army is still pushing up this smaller road. You can normally, you have only 3 options. You can go for Xi'an and then push north. Try to take the small road, go to Lenshao, or take the long road over Hami and then maybe back. These are the 3 possibilities for the Japanese. I mean, you can only walk on the roads, you cannot walk cross over. Maybe the Chinese can do this, but not the Japanese with the heavy equipment. So the rest of China looks no big change. Now only 1 hex away from Mulmine. There is a stronger British presence. And this makes sense because this is a jungle. So jungle is double terrain. It's not super strong, but I mean, they're mostly a jungle. Jungle rough is of course triple terrain. Rangoon itself is a small city, so also double. So you have here double, single, double terrain bonus for the defender. Normally, if best case is, of course, if you try to block, you can try to hold this hex if you are the British. But if you can really hold the Japanese, the problem is if you try to block here, then you must bring all your forces with the British army here, and at the same time the Japanese coming, so you have normally not much time to dig in. I also can see that ships are coming in or going out. I don't know, my recon airplane was not going up today, so I had here only this small bombardment group. I try to get my airbase up to level 8. I'm a little overburdened here. 1 airplane too much, so bad. So this is maybe why the coordination was not so good. Not so many airplanes taking off. Malaya is fine. I'm waiting only that everything arrives at Johor Bahru, so maybe 1 or 2 more days. Then I can start walking on Singapore. I also going here for the oil. It's here in the north. Take it. It's a lot of oil. Not that I really need oil now, but why not? And the rest of my troops I let rest a little longer. Oh, they start already moving. So rest is over, time to walk. The benefit of if you take Palembang early on and then normally the industry is not destroyed, then you can produce your 1,000 supplies per day. So you can normally feed your army here locally. You don't must send anything to Palembang. And all of Sumatra is normally self-sufficient. So if there's anything destroyed, don't need anything. Miri, Tarakan, if anything gets here destroyed or blown out, or even Manila, you must always send supplies or Java. There's simply not enough industry to feed this island on their own. Philippines, done. I also take this base. Also no damage. Lucky. Sometimes you are lucky. Sometimes it's half broken. Sometimes it's get only little damage, and sometimes it's completely broken. I also took here the second base on the island, so then I can make a next amphibious assault directly on the Americans here in the jungle. Then they have no way more to escape. And my walk on Bataan? Not now. Not today. Still waiting for reinforcements coming back over south. Manila, I think. Oder, I don't know more. No, maybe they all arrive. Maybe I will start today the walk on Bataan. And Rabaul is so far still waiting for my carriers. They're not ready. Need a little more time. Yeah, carriers are still here. And nothing else. Marshall Islands looks first quiet again. So KilRoy come here, I think twice. Bombard a little airstrikes, but nothing more. Wake I never try to attack. It's too risky and my focus is somewhere else. Yeah, that's all. That was the 4th January, no, the 3rd January 1942. Then see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.